This is Stargrace, and I'm responding with a video this time around for Bio Breaks called EQ2 players. Now, he asked EQ2 players what the game had as features or aspects that we personally thought was better than the features or aspect in World of Warcraft. Now, let me just say this straight out. I think the two are very different games, and they appeal to very different audiences. It's very difficult to compare the two games just because of that. But there are some things that EQ2 has that I think have been very, very well done, and that I just don't find in World of Warcraft. Now let's see. I've been playing EQ2 since release, and I've also played World of Warcraft since release. I've played World of Warcraft, and the highest level I've ever gotten is 52. Highest level in EQ2 I've gotten is, 13 level 80s. So obviously, I might be a little bit biased. But here are some of my favorite features. Number 1, you can see in front of me here on the ground a purple shiny. These are called shinies. They're question marks on the ground. You can harvest them. And you can pick them up in their items. Oh, there we go. Now if you check in your quest journal, you have a collections tab, and there's all these collections that you can get just as an indication of how many there are, and I'm missing a lot. I've completed 131 of these collections, and there are 197 of my collections on the go. Now the ones in this zone are purple because they're part of a special 5-year anniversary event that EQ2 has going on at the moment. Normally they're white, so you wouldn't actually see, there's another one over here. You wouldn't actually see them as purple unless they're special. There's some red ones as well. They're harvest ones. So these shinies are very, very, very addicting. You just want to run all over the place and harvest these all the time, which usually ends up in a group wipe because we're all just busy harvesting shinies. Now let me get off my mount here if I can find the icon for that. There we go, and switch me around. Alright, now I'm going to talk about the second aspect that I really, really enjoy. EQ2 has these things called appearance slots. They line up right beside your regular gear slots, and basically they allow you to customize how your character looks with any piece of gear without taking the stats from that gear. So if I want to just slip this on, there we go, I'm wearing a robe. If I want to slip this on, there we go, I'm wearing a different type of robe. Alright, now you don't have to worry that you're wearing gear with no stats or gear with low stats, or that you might be wearing leather if you're a plate wearer or anything like that. It's really, really handy and awesome. And EQ2 caters to this feature by adding special items in their marketplace specifically for appearance. It will be flagged as appearance gear and whatnot. So that would happen to be the second one that I really, really enjoy a lot. Now let me get back on my mount here. We'll go for a little ride. I really love the mounts as well in EQ2. I know World of Warcraft has quite a good selection, but the particle effects in EQ2 really make them stand out. And you can get them from anywhere, and you can be any level. And they're not always super expensive. You can win them for free from Legends of Norath. Now I've already spoken about the housing before. You can see in my inventory here, there's a whole bunch of books. Just all over my bags. I absolutely love being able to go out and get books and place them in my house and decorate my house, and I'm a big sucker for that. So that's another feature. Now, one of the really important ones that a lot of people have talked about is this mentoring system. Games are starting to add it in, which I'm really glad to see, like Warhammer added it in. And it's really important to be able to play with your friends, and I can't stress that enough. EQ2 has 2 methods for mentoring. Number 1, you can group with somebody who's lower level than you, a friend of yours, or even a stranger, and you can type /mentor. It will pop up a little window, and you'll be able to adjust your level to their level. You get to keep your same gear and keep your same spells, and it will just auto-adjust for you. It's a really awesome feature. Now, if you don't happen to have anybody around who happens to be lower level than you, you can visit these Chrono Mages. Now, these are the ones in Keno's Harbor. And you can just talk to him, and he'll pop up a little window that will allow you to reduce your level in increments of 5. So because I'm level 80, I can go anywhere from level 5 to level 75. It comes with a very small fee, but it's not really anything to be concerned about. It asks for a little bit of gold and some personal status. Now, not only do they allow you to level down like that, but they also offer you quests to go and visit old lands in Norath. and defeat old bosses that you might not have defeated before. It's really interesting. Like this one sends me to the Sanctum of Fire to defeat one of the Djinn, and it gives you a little bit of faction as a reward. Now once you've done, you've come back to this NPC here, hail him, and he'll give you some rewards. Now on the other side of him is a merchant, and the merchant sells all kinds of chrono magic gear. And when you're done those tasks that they set you out on, they'll also reward you with a little plushie that you can buy for your house that replicates the boss that you've just defeated. So what other good memory can you have? I mean, you can take it and physically put it in your house and have a memory of defeating all these bosses, which is really great. So those are just a few of my favorites, aside from the very basic things like the graphics and the way everything looks. I just absolutely love the look of EQ2. It's very detailed as I run through the city here. There is a small downside to that. You need to have quite a good computer in order to run it on the settings to make it look that way, which I don't really enjoy. But there's really nothing that can be done about that. It's just the way that it is. So, in other words, those are the things I really like about EQ2 that I think that they've done better than World of Warcraft. I would love to see World of Warcraft with housing. Maybe that will get me to play more if I had some player housing or some guild housing or anything to take advantage of. Or if they had some shinies to collect. But they don't. So, you know, EQ2 is my home.